All right. Recording started. Perfect. All right. Well, everyone, welcome in. New show here on the Voice of College Football on Michigan's channel. We got a new one for you here. Victor's Voice is the name, and we are excited to bring it to you. My name is Bryce. I'm joined by Matt here, and we are absolutely delighted to jump on this channel and do a segment a week here on the Voice of College Football. Matt, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing awesome, man. Super excited about this opportunity. Bryce, thanks for joining up with me, and just really looking forward to talking Michigan sports. Been a diehard fan, my whole life, so I love to chat about that and get it cooking and all things Wolverine. This is the Victor's Voice, man. We're here to give you guys some great insight on the Wolverines.
Absolutely. We're fired up to be here. Obviously, talking with the whole team over at Voice College Football and getting another Michigan voice on the channel. I know is what everyone wants and loves, and so we're absolutely pumped to bring it to you and just talk all things Michigan sports here and excited to dive in. I think also too, there's a lot of faithful fans on this channel. We're excited to interact and engage with you. So if there's any other ideas or content or questions or topics that we need to just dive into or should dive into, let us know. We're open to any and all feedback and want fun new ideas because we're excited. It's only April 8th and the basketball season just wrapped. The football season is going to be here before you know it. I'm fired up for it.
Oh, no doubt. That's what makes a channel successful, is to get the insight, get those fans engaged and everything. We talked to TJ Ronin and just the amount of loyalty that he has and the subscriptions and everything. That adds to the flavor of it all and brings the energy and the hype up. So we're here to give you a fresh little take on everything. But we're here also supporting the Voice of College Football. We got big things in the future. Looking forward to that. So yeah, I mean, Bryce, we got to let the people know who we are. You know what I'm saying? So like, who is Bryce Sack?
Yes. So it's a great question. And so maybe some folks know of me from the Scarlet and Blue show with my pal Garrison, who's on the Ohio State side. He does his show on Voice College Football for the Buckeye channel. And so you maybe have seen us before, but diehard Michigan fan here, born and raised in Michigan, grew up a Michigan fan, had no choice. We went through some dark years as someone who's in their early 30s, some dark years. And of course, we've seen the light recently. And so was love Michigan football, love Michigan basketball, love talking about it, love the fan base. All you fans are absolute insane people, and I love it. I love the big fan bases like Michigan, Ohio State, all the other ones on the Voice College Football channels, and it's the best sport. College football is hands down the best sport, and love Michigan and love talking about them. What about you?
That's Oh man, I love that. To piggyback off of you, I remember growing up watching Chad Henne, Mike Hart, John Navarre, Mario Manningham, all those days. The Lloyd Carr era, and then just watching it kind of evolve over the years, to 2023. I mean, what an awesome time to be a Wolverine fan, to get that national title. But yeah, Michigan, born and raised, grew up in the 989 area code out there in Midland, and just been an avid sports guy. Love my Wolverines, Pistons, Lions. Favorite sport, football and basketball, right up there at the top. And I'm a sports reporter right now for MLive. Work for the Kalamazoo Gazette and all things Western Michigan athletics and the high school sports scene down there. Got stories cooking up on the daily that you can go check me out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to do something different here and to give you guys some insight on, a team that I've followed, since I can remember. And it's just a fun opportunity, and I can't wait to get started and get cooking with it.
All right, favorite Michigan football player that's not one of the all-time classics and greats.
Man, that's a tough question. I would say I don't know.
Kind of could be a random.
How about Steve Breston? How about that?
Ooh, good pick.
Punt returner, electric. It just every time there would be a kickoff or a punt return, you just feel like he would take it to the house. Just an absolute dog out there. That's it. That's it, man. I remember just being so excited as a kid watching him. What about you?
Yeah, I like that era because I love Leon Hall.
Oh man.
But I'll go maybe a couple years later. Morgan Trent. I just love number 14. He wasn't the greatest cornerback ever, but I loved his look. What do the kids say? The aura nowadays. Loved it. Loved the 14 at cornerback position. Give me Morgan Trent.
Absolutely.
But that's awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, those Hoke years and Rich Rod years were some dark years. But also, man, I remember Chris Perry. My first Michigan Ohio State game was 2003. I don't know how old I was, but I remember Chris Perry, the 100-year game too. Oh, that was, and for a long time, that in 2011, the last time that they won, and those were special years.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, forever cherished, man. Just so many good players coming through this program, and so many on the horizon here that I'm sure we'll touch on. But yeah, just obviously, the greatest program in the entire nation.
Oh, hot take.
The most wingingest, I should say, maybe. But I mean, come on now. We got some of the best players in the entire nation, and dude, like from Denard Robinson to Bryce Underwood, I mean, that is to everything in between. We've got something for everybody, and I mean, who doesn't love being in the big house and being in front of an electric atmosphere, 100,000 people? I mean, on a Saturday afternoon, could you picture anything different, anything better?
No, of course not. The only place better was being at NRG Stadium in early January in 2024 for the national championship. That was the only time I think there's probably a better time to be at a football stadium, and that was at the national championship game. Those two, I think, are the greatest sporting events that I've ever been to. I'm talking about any sporting event, and you've been to a handful as well.
Wait, hold on. Let's backtrack. You went to the game.
I was at the game, man.
Yo, what was that like?
It was. I have a beautiful wife. I have 2 amazing kids. Those memories, wedding, all that fun stuff. That's at the top. But man, right after that game was one of the top moments of my life because I was with my dad, who obviously got me all hooked in on this, and that was. It was one of the greatest nights ever, man. It was so cool. It was such a great atmosphere. Obviously, it was a fun game, a little stressful in the third quarter there, but to actually see the team, like I always say it this way, to see your favorite team win the ultimate prize. Not many people can say that. If you really get down to it and you get down to sports fandom and people who have their team, I don't think you can have maybe 2 teams if you're talking about very different sports, but I think you really only get one team, and to have your team win it all, it's incredible, man.
I mean,
and I don't remember.
I gotta know, like that Mikey Sanders interception return.
Oh.
You had to have been. Whoo! I mean, were you jumping? Were you jumping at the gym, bro?
We were right at the line of scrimmage, like eyesight with the last Blake Corum touchdown, like eye line of that. So. Wow. I'll have to find a way to drop footage. I don't know. I could probably find the video and I'll share it here, but it was, man, it was awesome. And then the other underrated one was the 2013 Final Four. Ooh. Trivia. Do you know who was in that Final Four?
Trey Burke.
Trey Burke. Yep. So it was that
Tim
team.
Hardaway, man, Mitch McGarry, Jordan Morgan, Nick Stauskas. I mean, come on. That team.
There you go.
That team was unbelievable. Like Trey Burke. Man, the Elite Eight against Kansas, the comeback wasn't it the Elite Eight or Final Four? One of the two. But either way,
Sweet 16, I think.
Sweet 16. Okay.
Yep. Definitely Kansas Sweet 16. Do you remember, again, trivia, the other 3 teams in that Final Four that year? As you tuning in.
Louisville was one of them. That was the national title game.
Yep.
Man, this is tough. Who else was there? I don't even know. Shoot.
Yeah, it was
Villanova?
tough. No, it was kind of random teams. One of them is, I think maybe at one point was considered a blue blood, but it's completely fallen off. It's
Kentucky.
Syracuse.
Oh.
Yep. Q's. And then the other one was a fun story for a while, and they've really fallen off, I suppose, as well. Wichita State.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. The Shockers.
Yeah.
Yo, flashback. Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've never been to a Final Four, even if your team isn't in it, go to the Saturday of the Final Four. It's one of the best, like objectively speaking, one of the best sporting events I've ever been to.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like, isn't it almost always in a football stadium? Like, I feel like
Always is. Yep.
Where was that one at?
This was in Atlanta. So this was at the
Atlanta.
old, the Superdome. No, not Superdome. The Mercedes. I think it was the. Or was it Atlanta Dome? I don't know. The poster's over here somewhere. Yeah, now it's the Mercedes. I don't know what it was once. What was it called? The Georgia Dome, maybe?
Superdome?
No, I think that's New Orleans.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Yeah. So at Michigan basketball, let's give a quick shout out to the boys, the Michigan Dusty May and his crew. I think obviously everyone talks about it. 8-24, flipping the switch, finishing third in the Big Ten regular season, and then of course winning the Big Ten conference tournament. And here's something our boy TJ said that I disagree with. But I would like to get your thoughts. What is more impressive, winning the Big Ten regular season basketball or winning the tournament? The Big Ten tournament, that is.
Man, I would say, I mean, the regular season, you have to have a larger body of work, right? But winning this tournament title, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's more impressive in my mind, just because, like, you don't know how you're going to be playing going into it. And obviously, there's so many teams that have gone on a heater and then maybe even lost, like Michigan State, obviously, they lost in the semis. So, like, the tournament is so wonky. I feel like that the teams in that tournament, like they're all giving it their all, and I feel like the tournament title is probably the thing for me.
Really?
Okay. Like that's that. I mean, just the way that Michigan won it this year. Everybody was doubting them. They were on the downslope coming into it, having lost 3 or 4. So I feel like to rebound from that and then go into the Sweet 16 off of that with the momentum, I feel like that's more impressive.
Okay. All right. And you're right, because I don't want to shortchange what it takes. It's definitely super impressive. But I think I'd maybe have to respectfully disagree in that. I think a conference like the Big Ten, especially kind of going in and out, week in, week out, having to finish on top is impressive, which sucks to say because obviously the Spartans did that this year. But also
next year. They're not going to next year. Hell
no. No. You saw Chase Richardson declare?
Yeah. I mean, I got a buddy at work that's it's been hyping up what they got for the incoming talent. It's like, do you see what you're losing though?
I think they got like 6 guys on the roster, don't they?
Yeah.
All right. So
Tom Izzo's at Comerica Park taking calls with his hand in his face. Like, yo,
that's a great photo.
Yo, I mean, he's got work to do. Dusty May, however, has already been working. He's been putting in that work, bro. I mean, come on.
Love Dusty.
Best class, within the blue bloods. If you want to consider recruiting in there, I mean, with the Carolinas, the Dukes, Houston, all of that. I mean, the number 1 player in the transfer portal, we got him. Like, we got 3 of the top 6 or 8 or whatever the heck. Like, we are straight winning. We're coming for their heads next year.
Dude, I love it. So, all right, let me ask you this too. As a born and raised Michigander who's a Michigan Wolverine, I'll leave the question open-ended. Who do you hate more? Team down south or the team to the west?
Oh,
Van
team down south. I mean, come on, man. Garrison, I'd be
Yeah.
lucky. I'd be lucky to talk to that because no disrespect, but bro, you chose the wrong team, man. I know you got the show with him, but come on, bro.
Oh,
Like,
dude, that doesn't mean you can't say something. Are you kidding me? I love him to
no,
death. He's a brother to me, but he deserves all.
it's all joking. I love him too. I
No,
just
no,
kind
you dude, keep it coming, man. He deserves it.
no, but
So
I mean, that's go ahead.
yeah, no, I of course. But man, growing up on the west side of the state, where it does feel like there was such a divide between, especially amongst your friends, between maize and blue, green and white.
Yeah.
I just growing up and then having those years where we dominated them, and then it flipped. Obviously, we hit some dark years, and then they had their best success they've had since the 60s. I grew to just really despise them.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's football and basketball. Like, I can't stand Tom Izzo. I can't stand that program. But and then maybe also mix it in too with the recent success and how we've just been levels above them. Even with the 2021 loss, we're still just levels above them. And it's like, I don't really care about them. And now we're playing with Ohio State, but I still can't stand. I can't stand that uniform. I can't stand that logo, that green and white, that like Greek design they have on their shoulder. The little.
And then they try to come at you with the what is that neon green shit? That
No, then
stuff.
they did that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's puke on a freaking jersey. Oh, it's gross. Get that stuff out of here. What is their logic behind that? Like, come on. No, I agree. Like, I feel like in the west side of the state, there's a lot of Spartans fans. Like, and they just get up under my skin and just like make me just like, God, like, what are you doing over here? Why are you infiltrating this beautiful territory of our state right now? Like, what made them all want to come over to the west side and just plant? It's like, come on. What?
I know.
It's gross.
So I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to dive into when we get kind of closer to football season and talk about the schedule and talking about them, because I don't know, man. I just think I look at that Michigan State football program right now, and I just think, has there ever been, or what's the last time a program of that size has been so just quiet? It's not even like negative, right? Because if you could have negatives, you can have we're on a coaching search, or is this coach on the hot seat? Is this coach not? Do they have returning talent? And yeah, they got Childs and Marsh coming back on offense, but Jonathan Smith is already a quiet demeanor guy, and he's already doesn't say much as it is. And so like there's no natural excitement with him. And it's just like I don't remember the last time that program has been so quiet during the off season.
Yeah, it is. It is fascinating. Like we'll see what pans out here, in a couple of months. But you're so right. Like, I mean, we haven't heard anything at all about where they're looking or what the future looks like. Coming off of a pretty bad season, to be light. Like we'll see when they line up here in late August. But yikes, I don't know about being a Spartan fan right now.
I mean, they've finished their 2024 class 42 in 24/7's composite rankings, and they're 57th right now for 2025.
Yikes!
Is
that Mid-American Conference level? Are we talking?
It's 1 4-star.
Like, yo.
Yeah. It'll be.
Are they gonna have to reboot here in like a year? Like, sheesh. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, man, this will be fun. I'm excited for this. This will be a fun show. It'd be fun to just really get into it. Maize and blue, and got some, like you said, Matt, we got some fun stuff planned out ahead here. cover everything. We got the spring game in a
Oh
week
yeah,
and a
that's
half.
coming up. That's coming up. Are you going?
I think so. I think I'm gonna go. It depends on the weather, because if it's 25 and rainy, I love Michigan. I don't know if I love that, but I do want to see Bryce. So
Oh man, yeah. I mean, everything that you hear, everything that you read, it sounds like he's QB1, right? He's the man. Mikey Keene with that undisclosed injury right now. He's pretty much running the show, and everything that you hear. I know it's just spring talk, but man, I just cannot wait to see that guy ball out.
absolutely.
He's gonna be. This nation don't even know. Like, he's the truth.
If you listen to the Scarlet and Blue show, I have been high on Jaden Davis up until the bowl game, and the fact he didn't really get a chance to play, or was never really put in the game. And no disrespect to Alex Orji, but we all know what happened with him. And if Jaden Davis couldn't get reps then, and now you got a guy like Bryce Underwood with all of his upside, even though he's so green, and then you got a veteran and Keene, it's just, I don't know if the guys ever see the field. So I'm cheering for two. I'm cheering for you too. Go ball out. But yeah, like you said, it feels like it might be the Bryce Underwood show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all signs point towards it. It's interesting. Yeah, I was watching one of TJ's recent shows, and there might be some rumblings about them adding at the quarterback position here in the portal.
Yeah, I saw that.
So we'll see. Just somebody that can come in and be another veteran presence. But there's several things that Michigan could add in the portal. Particularly, I feel like wide receiver. I feel like with what they already have, I like who they brought in, and Donovan McCulley. I think he's going to be able to stretch the field, give you some vertical, big body receiver, catch the contesteds, just add another element, especially with this new offense. But I don't know. You can never have enough pass catchers, and with what that was last year, I just don't ever want to see that level again. Like, just give me one more guy that's a guy that can go just be a difference maker. And yeah, just be able to ball out. But
yeah, you look at the depth chart for receiver. McCulley, you'd imagine, would be on one side, Frederick Moore, I guess, on the other side, Samaj Morgan at slot. Mm-hmm. And then you're looking at what? Kendrick Bell, Peyton O'Leary, TJ Charleston. Like, you're right. I think you need to find a little bit more depth.
Yeah. Andrew Marsh too. I mean, he sounds like he could be really nice for you. Obviously just a freshman, but highly touted. But yeah, I like to see them go after somebody, and I think they will. I think they've been waiting to bring in another guy. So I'm just excited. Like, give me your initial thoughts on just what this offense is going to look like in the fall. Like, it's got to be looking different, right?
Oh yeah. I think the Chip Lindsey coming in, it's going to look different. It has to, for many reasons, because I don't even think you could say, it's going to look different than last year. Last year, we might as well have ran the flex bone, and we probably had as much service, if not more success in that. So, but if you want to compare it to the Harbaugh years and the JJ years, I'd still think we would throw it more, just because that's Lindsey's. It's going to be more of his MO, and obviously Jim's not here anymore. So there's that. But I also, man, I don't think they will, because I think Sharon Moore is a disciple of Harbaugh, but I don't want them to get away too far from that smash mouth football either.
Oh, right.
But there's got to be a balance, and I think they'll figure that out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the running backs that they have, arguably the best in the country. I mean, come on. Justice Haynes coming in, and then you got Jordan Marshall right behind him. So, that is going to be a lethal 1-2 punch. And obviously, I think Haynes will get the bulk of the carries. But, who's stopping that? That's such a big get. Haynes to get him, dude, Michigan is just doing things in the portal in terms of just, the top guys. We have broken the chains off the NIL, and we're like, let's just go spend a couple dollars here, huh? Let's go get some guys. And I mean, that guy, I cannot wait to see him in maize and blue. He's gonna be nice, bro.
Yeah, he's a big get. It's gonna be fun. I mean, and I like Ben Hall too. I know he maybe a little disappointed in his showing against Bama, but you can't judge too much on a bowl game like that where there's just so many moving factors and a lot of guys not playing. But obviously, Jordan Marshall was amazing that day, and I was hoping Ben Hall would get some same production, and he had a similar carry count, but at the end of the game, obviously, you're going to go with the hot hand, and that was Marshall. So, yeah, I think he'll have a big year as well. And then, like you said, Haynes, Marshall, Hall. What a stable backs.
That's a three-headed monster, doggy.
I love it. I love it. And the line's going to be interesting. We got seniors at center and guard, and then some softs and a freshman, well, red shirt, I guess, with, let's see, it's Sprague at right tackle, Phobie at right guard, and then Link at left tackle. And Link came along near the end of last year, but he had some growing pains as well. So full spring with these guys. And then you got some depth from the portal. You got the 2 transfers. Offensive line could put it together nicely too.
Yeah. I think that's another area they might attack too in the portal. Just knowing that was a kind of a weakness for him, and that's never really a weakness across history. So I think they could make a couple of improvements there. With 2 of their best players gone, and Miles Hinton and Josh Prevey. So I've heard a lot about Evan Link and how he's struggled. So we'll see what he. I've heard some good things out of spring, but I think you can never have enough fresh bodies out there that can make just more competition in that room, and maybe a guy that can give you a little bit more veteran experience.
And then you have the transfers, Norton and Hattar, I think is his name, those juniors, and they've got some experience as well. So, yeah, it'll be interesting, man. It'll be fun to see what they come out with. Tight ends, Marvin Klein, right? He'll be the starter.
Right.
He got some action last year. But then Hogan Hansen too, man. He's right there.
Right. Yeah, this is obviously you got to, replace a lot of production with arguably one of the best tight ends in the country. But I think those guys are ready to show, what they're about. And I'm not really, we can touch on the defense, but bro, I feel like we're reloading there. Like, I just feel like with what we did in the portal too, with getting a couple of guys, one guy from Alabama and Clemson, like those guys are going to be dogs in the middle and replace Mason Graham. And so and Rodmore coming back, that should be, we shouldn't have to worry too much about that.
I think you look at the bowl games and you can look at them through 2 fronts. I think you should look at them through 2 fronts. One is understanding that if it's not the playoff, it's not the same team that you saw for 12 games prior. And so you need to look at that. I also think, okay, well then with those bowl games and so many guys sitting out, you also can look at it and say, okay, well, what talent do we have? And I thought we saw during that bowl game, that wasn't the best Bama team we've seen over the last 2 decades. Duh. But they did play a lot of their starters. They obviously have Ryan. Oh, what is the wide receiver? Ryan Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Wide receiver. Mm-hmm. And then Milroe's been around for a minute, so he played. So what we saw in that game on the defensive side of the football is what we'll see pretty much all next year, right? With all the people sitting out and everyone playing, and then you throw in guys like Rodmore, and this is before any of those transfers that came in. It's like, whoa, hold on. This defense is still legit. And I don't know if Wink's going to go anywhere. I know there was some rumors floating around, but it seems like that ship may have sailed. So if he's around again, dude, that defense, you don't have the first round draft picks, but they can still be nasty.
Oh, yeah. Like just carrying the torch of what this defense has been for, across history, it's been awesome. But this past 4 to 5 year stretch of just another piece of talent going to the draft, high end talents going in the first round, just difference makers that we've been able to produce. It's gonna, I just feel like we shouldn't have to, bat an eye or worry too much about that side of the ball. It's going to be fun to watch just those new guys come in and make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You got just as a mixed bag. You've got obviously returning starters. And then you've got guys who've started elsewhere. You mentioned them already, Williams from Clemson and Payne from Bama, the Michigan kid already. Like, they're coming in. They've got some experience. And then you've got TJ Guy, Trey Pierce, Ike Iwuna, and Enow Etta. And like those guys have gotten minutes already. Cam Brandt on the other end has already gotten minutes. And then you got some talented freshmen coming in, redshirt freshmen too. It's just like, I don't expect much of a drop off, but then also like I don't want to be disrespectful to Graham and to Grant because they were so good too. So there will be a drop off, but man, I don't think it's a crazy thing to say it's not going to be that big.
No, not at all. Especially along that defensive line. Like I just feel like that will be a really solid area for us. I could see us adding another edge maybe in the portal to get some, some more bodies in there. But like, I don't know. With Wink running the show there and just like what he's able to do with exotic looks and just his aggression on defense. I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun style of defense.
And the linebackers, you've got Hausman coming back, Barnum, which I've heard rumors that he might line up at the edge, defensive end. So that linebacker position gets a little saucy. It's a Cole Sullivan, Jimmy Rolder comes in. You got transfer Bowles as well. That linebacker position will be interesting to watch, see how that forms.
Oh, absolutely. You're hitting a bell here with Barham. I remember just reading a story on him and just like how he's kind of like a chess piece. Like you're going to be able to move him wherever the hell you want. In terms of just being a linebacker, a guy who can get out on the edge, and he's going to be fully unleashed, I feel like, this year and show I don't know. Do I dare say he might be the best player on that defense, to be able to show, this year. It'll be fun to see.
He really came along at the end of last year. I think there were some adjustments and some things he had just to learn within the system. But by the end of the year, man, he looked good. He looked good. And then the one guy I've always been high on, and I feel like I was early on this, and people are starting to catch up, is Brandon Hillman. He's a thumper. He can hit once he gets some more experience. As he gets more experience, I am a huge Brandon Hillman fan.
I got to learn more about this kid, man.
He was the old Notre Dame decommitted, was freshman year, so he'll be a junior this year, freshman year for the national championship. I'm just big fan of him playing on the opposite side of Rod Moore. It's just going to be – I love the safety position. Mason Curtis as well is back there. Dude, Jaden Mangum, the Michigan State transfer, he's got some experience. He'll be back there. Hopefully – he didn't play at all last year. Hopefully he'll be able to play this year. That safety room is shaping up.
People be transferring everywhere these days. A former Spartan coming here. Whew. That just shows you where that program's at. Man.
I know. And then rounded out 2 cornerbacks. Zeke Berry, man, big fan of Zeke. Just don't forget Josiah Edmonds. He was the old Purdue decommitted. Now he's gonna be in his sophomore season. And then you got the 2 Metcalf brothers, the Arkansas transfers as well. They're coming in. Jaden McBurrows has been around for a minute, and then the other side is Jair Hill. And then I'm hearing all this noise about Shamari Earls too, the freshman from Georgia. Or I guess he committed to Georgia. I don't know where he's from, but the freshman coming in, and he's been excellent on the other side.
Yeah, Will Johnson and Page, those are tough to replace, but we got a squad here. we got some dudes.
We do. Dude, it's gonna be so fun. All right. Well, we can talk all night, lots to talk about, but we can wrap it up here. Again, folks, thanks for tuning in, of course. But then also too, drop us comments. Let us know other things to talk about. We'll get into it. The weeds of all of it, and it should be fun. As we're already only in April, but we got a big season ahead of us.
Yeah, it's football season all year long, and we're here to provide you that content first and foremost, live and direct. me and Bryce, we got that Victor's voice going on. We're bringing the energy. We're bringing the noise. We're packing a punch. We're out here doing it for all those dedicated fans, and we're bringing you something nice and new, the juice. We're here. It's fresh squeeze, baby. No pulp. I don't like that stuff.
There it is. You said it best, man. All right, Matt, good stuff, brother. We'll talk again soon here.
All right, man.
All right.
Pleasure chatting. Let's keep it rolling.
Yes, sir.